Alabama's bizarre law: men cannot wear women's clothing, except on Halloween. Extended version. Have you ever stumbled upon a law so bizarre that it makes you stop, shake your head, and wonder if the lawmakers were serious or just having a particularly strange sense of humor? Well, in Alabama, there exists a law that fits this description perfectly. Men are legally prohibited from wearing women's clothing, except on Halloween. Yes, you heard that right. It sounds like a joke, a quirky meme, or the premise of a comedy sketch. But it is real, and it has been part of Alabama's legal code for over a century. The very notion of a state regulating what men can or cannot wear is enough to make people laugh, gasp, or immediately start typing furious comments online. To understand why this law exists, we have to go back in time to early 20th century Alabama, a period marked by strict social hierarchies and rigid gender roles. Men were expected to dress, behave, and occupy public spaces, according to rigidly defined notions of masculinity. Clothing was not merely a fashion choice, it was a symbol of identity, morality, and conformity. To wear attire associated with women, outside sanctioned occasions, was to challenge societal expectations, and in the eyes of lawmakers, to risk corrupting the moral fabric of the community. The law itself, simple in wording but peculiar in scope, contains a singular exception: Halloween. On October 31st, men are legally allowed to wear women's clothing, without fear of legal consequences. This exception, which might seem oddly specific to modern ears, actually acknowledges that one day each year, traditional norms can be temporarily suspended, and playfulness, creativity, and costume wearing are socially tolerated. Over the decades, countless anecdotes illustrate how this law played out in everyday life. Local theaters, for example, faced scrutiny when male actors wore female costumes in performances outside of Halloween. While their intentions were purely artistic, authorities considered it a violation of the law. Imagine rehearsals being scheduled around October 31st, actors checking calendars obsessively, and directors nervously adjusting scripts to avoid legal trouble. These scenarios, though humorous today, were taken seriously at the time. Men who wished to wear certain styles for comfort, performance, or practical reasons had to be mindful of the date. Crossing the wrong street in the wrong outfit could, in theory, constitute a violation. Anecdotes abound of men planning elaborate Halloween costumes that they could only legally wear for one day a year, eagerly counting down the months and joking about how restrictive it would be to attempt such outfits any other time. Though rarely enforced today, the law still persists, sparking fascination, debate, and endless humor. Lists of America's weirdest laws frequently feature this statute, often accompanied by incredulous commentary, viral social media posts, and humorous videos. Comedians reference it in sketches, YouTubers produce explorations, TikTok creators dramatize the absurdity for laughs and shares. This ongoing interest demonstrates that while the law may no longer impact daily life directly, it continues to engage the public's imagination. Beyond humor, this law touches on serious topics: gender identity, freedom of expression, and the evolution of social norms. Today, society is increasingly accepting of diverse gender expression, making the Alabama law feel like a relic from a bygone era. Yet its existence provokes discussions about outdated laws, about whether personal expression should be regulated, and about the lag between law and social change. Alabama's law is particularly compelling for storytelling. AI voiceovers can narrate it with playful incredulity. Stock footage or AI-generated images can illustrate early 20th century Alabama, theatrical performances, or historical contexts. Ending a story with a provocative question, like, Would you dare to wear a dress in Alabama in July? Tell us why or why not. Naturally sparks engagement, encouraging comments, debates, and personal anecdotes. Finally, Alabama's law is more than a legal oddity. It's a historical artifact, a source of humor, a mirror reflecting societal attitudes toward gender, morality, and personal freedom. It entertains, educates, and provokes conversation. Whether you approach it with laughter, curiosity, or critical thought, it is impossible to ignore. As Halloween approaches, remember this law. For one day, you can bend the rules, dress however you like, and participate in a strange, yet socially sanctioned tradition. Outside of that day, it serves as a reminder that sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. Would you dare to defy it, or play it safe? The debate is yours, and the comments section is waiting.